So hopefully my feed is restored up on okay, so Rumble, Instagram, does it look back up? Yeah. Am I alive? I'm alive, folks. I'm here. We are still active. The stream is not destroyed. Rumble family is gonna have to take a minute to come back in. All right, so next video. Why? I don't want these people to leave. All right. So, why is everyone so sick? That's our next video.
Want to know why everybody's so sick?
Most people get shocked when I tell them this, but did you know that Pfizer makes 90% of the cheese in the United States?
I did.
Cheese is one of the most consumed foods in the world, especially in the U.S.
That's why I tell clients not to eat it.
If you control cheese, you control a massive part of the food supply.
Correct.
And Pfizer quietly sits in the middle of it. To make cheese, you need just 4 ingredients: milk, salt, cultures, and rennet.
Correct.
And guess who took over the rennet industry? Pfizer. About 90% of all cheese in North America uses a genetically modified version of rennet produced by Pfizer. Real rennet comes from calf stomachs. Pfizer's version is made by inserting cow genes into genetically modified fungus. And then we wonder why half of America can't tolerate dairy. Digestive issues, inflammation, hormone problems.
Yep.
Meanwhile, countries that use traditional rennet like Italy don't have these problems.
Correct.
The next time you go to the grocery store, look for traditional European cheeses.
I would love to see this administration get stuff like this out of our food supply, get the drug companies out of our foods instead of focusing on reversing the food pyramid. The people who are already eating crap food are not going to stop eating crap because you reverse the food pyramid. But for people like me and you who are actually trying to be healthy, trying to stay disease-free, up in the gym working out 5-6 days a week, the fact that we've got drug companies up in our cheese, isn't that a conflict of interest? Isn't Pfizer's entire objective to treat people who are sick, meaning if people are well, they don't make money, so their vested interest is in people being sick and keeping them sick. And in all the years that Pfizer's been in business, they've never, ever cured a single disease. So why are they all up in our cheese? Want to know why everybody's so sick?
Most people get shocked when I tell them this.
Yeah, so when you buy your cheese, look for it from Italy or anywhere else anywhere else that has better food standards. Buy non-American cheese because the juice boxes have been trying to kill us for fucking years. And they've been doing it with our food. So, all right, another announcement before I open up the listener hotline. We are switching over to Rumble permanently come March. So find me on Rumble, Real Luna Lopez over there. All right. Hey, the Quiet Part Pod has raided the stream. Thank you so much for the raid, the Quiet Part. You guys are freaking awesome. Okay, so good time for me to open up the listener hotline. I need to start writing the number down on my show notes. It is 904 530 1422 if you want to call and have a chat about these videos that we are watching. It is going to ring on my end, but no one will see you. They will only hear you. All right, so yeah. Well, I was way past 10 minutes before. Oh, okay. Okay, so what's up? Down 7232. Welcome into my thank you for the raid. I appreciate you guys. Okay, let's watch what War Plan Bread is.
About 100 years ago, the United States military drew up something called War Plan Red. It wasn't a fantasy. It wasn't a threat. It was a contingency plan for a possible war with the British Empire, with Canada treated as Britain's forward base. Because at the time, American military planners understood something we've largely forgotten, that there are no permanent allies, only permanent interests. Britain wasn't an enemy, but Britain wasn't exempt from scrutiny either. War Plan Red wasn't about wanting war. It was about clarity, about recognizing that every nation, even friendly ones, ultimately acts in its own interests.
That's right.
After World War II, that mindset was abandoned.
That's why I said in my opening monologue, remember, don't trust anyone but yourself.
Permanent alliances replaced contingency thinking. Relationships froze. Interests were assumed to be aligned forever, simply because history said they should be. And that's where problems begin. Because when interests drift, and they always do, no one wants to say it out loud. Friendships become leverage. Dependence replaces honesty. So when people say what we're seeing today looks like America questioning old alliances, there's another way to see it. What if it's about reviving the discipline behind War Plan Red? Not to wage war, but to keep peace honest. Because when friends know you can walk away, they stop taking advantage. And when interests are acknowledged instead of ignored, alliances
Kojak, I just sent you a DM with the Rumble link.
Become healthier and not weaker. That's not hostility, that's respect. My friends, we are all anonymous, and history reminds us that what serves Britain, or any other country, does not always serve America.
So what you guys think about that? The phone line is open, 904-530-1422. Give me a call and let me know. Do you guys like these anonymous videos? One thing about anonymous is like you have to be careful that you're actually getting a real, actual anonymous video. Because sometimes it can be what I think are like hacks, just wannabes, copycats. UK can't be trusted. They're becoming Islamic. They are starting to follow American footsteps. They're wanting to start deportations. I heard that. All right. Phone line is still open. 904-530-1422. Call me. Don't be shy. Don't forget, you guys are also competing for Fan of the Day. So how you win that is by whoever helps me have the best show. Whoever helps me put on a great show wins it. And then you have to be there till the end of my show to win. Because so many times I'll pick someone and then they're gone. But you get my autographed lipstick kiss show notes mailed to you. All right, next video. Mom Donnie is paying paid protesters to protest paidfully. Don't forget, the hotline is still open.
I told you about Madami's Army. They have just sanctioned 4,000 paid activists in New York City, which they have gotten mobilized. And Mayor Madami said, as I predicted a month ago, that if any ICE comes in the city, they have 4,000 paid activists ready to be deployed against ICE at a moment's notice. I don't know how you can get any more clearer than what is going on in this country. We have paid communist-funded agitators against our federal law enforcement agents trying to do their job in order to protect their power base. These are paid agitators, paid by communist billionaires. You got paid army people. They call themselves activists. They got guns. You saw them in Minnesota. Play this clip.
Yep, this is my block. This is my area. I don't go into other people's neighborhoods
guns?
and try and intimidate them. I protect my people.
Are you giving out your name?
No, I'm okay with that. It's our neighborhood showing up.
You guys had a lot of people out here, right?
At least 30 or more.
Yeah.
40 or 50.
That's pretty good for a quick turnout.
We have got to get real about what is going on. President Trump.
That's how you know it's paid. Because I'm telling you, I ran for Congress. Do you know how hard it is to get volunteers out? Especially at the drop of a hat.
Right now, we need action. The base is getting very restless. He said he might invoke the Insurrection Act. He should invoke it, and he should have invoked it yesterday. We got 1,500 federal troops on alert. They need to get sent there. They need to put checkpoints up around the Capitol. That's the first thing that needs to happen. There is no way backing down out of this. There's no way down. Eisenhower did this. John F. Kennedy did this. When you have states basically saying we're just not going to adhere to federal law, then you got to step in. We need action. We got too much talk going on here. I'll tell you the other thing. The base is getting restless. We need arrests. We need Fry and handcuffs. We need the governor of Minnesota. These guys are going to get indicted. They need to be perp walked. Don Lemon and his crew disrupting church services. See, this is social disorder beyond the pale. This is not a peaceful protest. You want to protest peacefully outside? We've done it forever. That's fine. Lemon ought to be perp walked out. We have got to stop this. And I'm telling you, folks, the communists are at the gate. We're sitting around, sending texts, doing Facebook. That ain't going to do crap. So this is just not going to end until President Trump says, I've had enough, and he ends it himself. The first thing he should do, 1, Insurrection Act right now. Number 2, action. Let's get the cuffs out. Let's indict Fry. Let's indict the governor of Walsh. Let's get him in cuffs. Let's walk him out. There's no other way. We need a massive MAGA turnout to win the midterms and save the country in 2026. Inaction will not do it. Hey, go follow me on social media at JF Radio Show, at JF Radio Show. And don't forget, got to share this with your friends. Comment on it. We love to get your comments. And I will see you 6 to 10 a.m. Monday to Friday right here on the John Fredericks Media Network.
JFMN.TV, JFMN.TV. I have to do this sometimes to remember to tag people when I post these videos in YouTube so people do not, it's still not letting me. Because I was on for 30 minutes the last time it came on and it didn't let me. Let's see. Let's do a refresh. There we go. All right. So if you want to set me up, let me turn the hotline off. I got it. We're going to turn the listener hotline off here. Do not disturb. Okay. And if you guys be patient with me, we are going to take it off from here too. And we are going to read an ad from our partners here at 1775 Coffee. All right. Still haven't tried 1775 Coffee. Now, here is your shot. The 1775 starter kit just dropped. Only 1,000 units left. You're getting the bold, dark roast that hits hard, the smooth, medium roast, and the Vitality Mushroom Coffee for clean energy and laser focus. No crash. All single strain, origin, small batch, toxin-free, and mold-free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because no freedom isn't scooped with plastic, friends. A frother strong enough to sip your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions. And black 1775 tumbler comes with it too. $170 worth of coffee and gear is yours for $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler, it is. So go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble does. Ding! All right. So, continuing on, let me look at the chat. All right, nobody's talking there. And Bert Given says they won't be punished. Unfortunately, I seem to share some of those sentiments. But we will keep crying about it and hoping that someone catches our tears. All right. Mom Danny's, so paid protesters is the thing. So, we need to get out there and be just as aggressive. Anyway, y'all knew I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. Yes, I am a cult survivor. Ta-da. Jehovah's Witness propaganda for you. Here's a little taste of why my life is the way it is.
Mom and Dad saw that they needed to be loyal, just like Aaron.
They say in the video, loyal to Jehovah. Really, it's loyal to the organization, but they mean loyal to Jehovah. And this, to give you context, is about a Jehovah's Witness family member, their daughter or whatever, got disfellowshipped or excommunicated from the church. And they're not allowed to have any contact with any members like me. Actually, I didn't get excommunicated or disfellowshipped. I wrote a letter saying I didn't want to be a Jehovah's Witness, so they told everyone in the church, you treat anyone who leaves the church willingly as if they were disfellowshipped or kicked out. So that's the context.
They loved me and wanted me to come back to Jehovah. I tried to contact them. I just wanted to talk and to hear their voice. I missed being with my family. And they thought about reaching out to me. But they knew that if they had associated with me,
So triggering.
even a little, just to check on me, that small dose of association might have satisfied me.
Satisfied you to where you don't feel that you need to come back to the organization because you still have your family even though you left it. So in order to force you to come back, they hold your family hostage.
Mom and Dad saw that they needed to be loyal, just like Aaron. They loved me and wanted me to come back to Jehovah. I tried to contact them. I just wanted to talk and to hear their voice. I missed being with my family. And they thought about reaching out to me. But they knew that if they had associated with me, even a little, just to check on me, that small dose of association might have satisfied me. Mom and Dad saw
So
that
see,
they needed to be loyal.
That is the manipulation that they use to keep their members in. You can't speak out against it. You'll be marked as, bad association, etc. So, let me close this out and figure out what the hell. Okay, let's see. Rumble seems fine. All right, I had to close out of that and reopen that. So yeah, this is the propaganda that they push down the members' throats. And this was one of the videos that I saw at a church convention, at the last convention I ever went to, because I had two daughters sitting there in the chairs with me. And I just realized there's no way in hell I'm ever going to shun my kids like my family did to me. And I had to go back. So I actually left it twice. I left it once, went back, got disfellowshipped and kicked out, worked my way back in, and then disassociated again. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. And I made my final decision. And this was one of the videos that weekend that brought me there, because I'm just like, I'm not going to perpetuate generational legacies of cruelty anymore. But staying in cult fashion, let's move on to our next video. Conservatives versus liberals.
If a conservative is a vegan, they don't eat meat. If a liberal is a vegetarian or vegan, they want to ban meat products for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
I've found if a conservative is gay, they live their life and respect other people's choices. If a liberal is gay, they demand respect, even if it has to be legislated.
Mm-hmm.
If a conservative is down and out on their situation, they think about, how can I improve? How can I better where I'm at? I'm Misty. If a liberal is down and out, they want someone to take care of them. It's everybody else's fault. If a conservative doesn't like a talk show, a TikTok,
Hi, Roger
they simply
Coleman.
switch channels or swipe up.
Yep.
A liberal, they're going to demand that video be removed,
Right.
that talk show be canceled.
They're not so tolerant, are they?
If a conservative is a non-believer, they simply don't go to church. If a liberal is a non-believer, they think all religion should be removed from every facet of life.
Right.
If a conservative believes he needs health care, he goes shopping for it or finds a job that'll provide it. A liberal, they're demanding that the rest of us pay for their health care. It should be universal. A conservative, he realizes that they're responsible for their emotions, their responses, their actions, their triggers. A liberal, they want to blame their triggers, their issues, their misfortunes on everyone else. They never take responsibility. Mm-hmm. If a conservative watches this, he's going to forward it to a few of his friends for a laugh. A liberal is going to try to get it deleted,
right,
taken down, because they're offended. They're triggered. What do you think?
Good punchline at the end. Keep up the good work, Mr. Proud Canuck 7. The Proud Canuck. I like his stuff. I love seeing an older. He's a handsome man, by the way. Can I see his let's see, at Proud Canuck. I don't like how much that sounds like cuck, but whatever. Canuck, cuck. Can I Canuck a cuck? I don't know. Maybe I can Canuck a cuck. What? The stream, yeah. I just have to give it a second. Let's make sure we have some free space. We are having our internet provider. Let me go in the chat and let everybody know. Our internet provider.
Say their name.
Xfinity sucks balls. Xfinity, if you're watching this, you're terrible. I don't like to say what service I have because of all the stuff that we've dealt with people hacking our accounts. But yes, my interwebs service is working on the area. That is what is happening. Da 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 da. All right, so the stream's a little degraded, but we're gonna keep moving. We're just gonna hope that everything's fine. I hope I don't have to restart my live again. Oh my gosh. All right, well, okay, we're back up. Let's go to our next video, which is about mental illness. We have a whole gathering of mental illness for you to watch. Next video. Let's take a bow. Paid protester.
You see, the useful idiots, the leftists who are idealistically believing in the beauty of Soviet socialist or communist or whatever system, when they get...
You ever notice they're all white and ugly? They look like Miss Piggy. Or if they're a man, they're just total beta and gay.
disillusioned, they become the worst enemies. That's why my KGB instructors specifically made the point, never bother with leftists. Forget about these political prostitutes. Aim higher. They serve purpose only at the stage of destabilization of a nation. For example, your leftists in United States, all these professors and all these beautiful civil rights defenders, they are instrumental in the process of the subversion only to destabilize the nation. When their job is completed, they are not needed anymore. They know too much. Some of them, when they get disillusioned, when they see that Marxist-Leninists come to power, obviously they get offended. They think that they will come to power. That will never happen, of course. They will be lined up against the wall and shot. But they may turn into the most bitter enemies of Marxist-Leninists when they come to power. And that's what happened in Nicaragua. You remember most of these former Marxist-Leninists were either put to prison or one of them split and now he's working against Sandinistas. It's the same pattern everywhere. The moment they serve their purpose, all the useful idiots are either be executed entirely, all the idealistically minded Marxists, or exiled or put in prisons, like in Cuba. Many former Marxists are in Cuba. In prison.
Never bother with leftists, the political prostitutes, the useful idiots. It's about as plain and simple as it
sounds
could
biblical,
possibly.
doesn't it? He sounds like a prophet, the way he was talking, the old man.
Be put, political prostitutes. The left is the carrot on a stick party of their masters dangle this new problem in front of them and they chase after it and defend it like rabid dogs. They're defending their own destruction. They are coming to defense for their own demise. They're clamoring for importing the third world so it can destroy them from the inside out. They don't even realize it. Supporting abortion, which is exterminating the next generation of people in the name of women's rights and freedom and convenience, because that's what your masters, your handlers labeled it as. You're so easily manipulatable. Letting liberals have power is literal cultural suicide.
It is. But that's what they want, and they're collecting checks because they believe in this, and they're literally an organization that is paid to destabilize America. But we all know this, but it doesn't do good if we know this, if we aren't willing to go out and get fucking rowdy too. My biggest problem with conservatives is how freaking softball they are. You live too much in the peace umbrella. Like, if they want to bring war to us, where are my warriors? Where are my men? Where are you guys? Speaking of a real man, Ronald Reagan was the GOAT.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism. And what is fascism? Fascism is private ownership, private enterprise, but total government control and regulation. Well, isn't this the liberal philosophy? The conservative, so-called, is the one that says less government, get off my back, get out of my pocket, and let me have more control of my own destiny. You know, someone very profoundly once said...
They've been warning us about this for a long time. We just thought it was jokes. And we let it happen. We let it happen. And here's Malcolm X, who was so based, telling us the same thing.
White person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox. And a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. Right. You know what he's up to. But the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing.
He's not lying. All right, we are going to open up the listener hotline while we prepare to open TikTok. The hotline is 904-530-1422. If you want to call and have a chat with me about the state of the world or how your day went, call me up. You will be live on air just like the old days. Remember when we could call Delilah or Loveline and talk on the radio? Call me, 904-530-1422. It's literally my favorite part of the show when you guys call. It's such a riot. Please don't be shy. Yeah. Do I have to tempt you guys with tarot readings? Do I need to go into Miss Cleo mode and start causing controversy about how demonic I am to make you guys call? I am a spiritualist, and I do offer spiritual therapy free of charge, but I am very, very picky about who I do any pro bono work. However, if you call live for a quick 5-minute therapy session, you are subject to the public hearing whatever it is I have to say to you. Kano, what's up, buddy? I got the hotline open. If you want to give us a call, 904-530-1422. Marty, Brian, Kano, the Patriot, Rick, any one of you are more than welcome to call in. And while I wait for you guys to muster up the courage, I'm going to play another video over in TikTok land. You gotta give me a call in, Kano. I want to hear your voice. I want to know these voices. I want to know the people that are talking with me. You can drag that down. They don't care. I will pin the phone number. You can drag it down. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to pin the phone number 904 530 1422 if you want to call and have a chitty chat with me. I'm going to do the same right here in this chat. And here is the listener hotline. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to play this video, Megyn Kelly's theory.
I have another theory. I accept everything you just said, and I want to add something to it. I mentioned this the other day, sort of tongue in cheek, but I actually do think it's a real dynamic. I don't think any of these people are having sex. I really don't. I think it's not coincidental that all these women are obese and unattractive with multiple piercings, no makeup, skin issues.
Let me say something about the piercings. I am so mad that what they did, because now it's like if I genuinely want to wear a mask because I want to go somewhere where I know there's going to be a lot of sick people, now I just feel like a fucking idiot liberal. I'm a hairdresser of 22 years. I love to change my hair color and do all those fun colors, and then people think I'm fucking liberal. I also have everything that you can pierced, and I miss wearing them. But I probably should start bringing it back so I can break that fucking stereotype, so I can let all the people like me that are actually conservative tatted the fuck up and like to look like just a rock star, not a liberal. You're labeling me wrong. I don't like looking this conservative all the fucking time, y'all. It's not me. Come summer, I look straight up like a witch all summer. So just be prepared for that.
I'm sorry, but if you're having positive interactions with men, where like you're going to bed with them and they're treating you well and they're, you're enjoying it and you feel the euphoria that comes after that, you're not going out there and looking at all these men as the devil enemies who you want to hurt and kill and stop. And same for the guys. These young men, we know that there's huge swaths of them who are not dating. They're not having sex with women. Yeah. They're not drinking anymore. There's no...
Like Nick Fuentes' gay ass. That motherfucker is a fed op. Pay attention. You got to pay attention because Nick Fuentes, on his rise to fame, hated Israel. Now Nick Fuentes kisses Israel's ass because he's afraid to die. So all of that tough guy bullshit, it's a show. It's not real because real patriots don't fucking flip-flop. And yeah.
At least it's not like when we were young in the late 80s, where it was like a life of debauchery, but we were all happy. There's something wrong with these people today. These are mostly like millennials, late-end millennials, who I think all of them have deeply unhappy personal lives, and it's manifest.
Come on, boys. Give me a call. Let's talk about real manhood. 904-530-1422.
On the streets of Minneapolis. I have another theory. I accept everything.
Do you think she's right? Because I've noticed if you're born ugly, like the rainbow cult is the perfect place for you, apparently. And if you are, I don't know. It really, I think she's right. She's 100% right. All right. Well, I am going to close down the hotline since you guys are still scared. I'm going to say in about a month, you guys are going to get more comfortable to start calling me. That's what I think. I think you guys are slightly nervous. All righty. We are going to take a minute to clear the board here. Hold on. What is that? You clicked this. All right, we are going to take a minute. Oh, I have to refresh. Oh, no, I can't. Weird. Interesting. Started. It's I should be able to go now. I don't know what's up. Yeah, I don't know. All right, we're going to take a second to read an ad from our partners here at Rumble Premium. All right, you've probably noticed Rumble is growing fast and it's not slowing down. They're building a real alternative to big tech that puts creators first and actually protects free speech. That's why I use Rumble. And now there's Rumble Premium, an easy way to upgrade your experience. With Premium, you get ad-free viewing across the platform, no pre-rolls, no interruptions, just the content you came for. Plus, premium members unlock exclusive content like bonus videos, behind-the-scene drops, and more from your favorite creators. Right now, Rumble is offering $10 off an annual subscription. Just go to rumble.com/premium and use the promo code STUDIO at checkout. That's rumble.com/premium, promo code STUDIO. No ads, more freedom, and content you actually care about. That's the deal. All right. Moving on. We are on a streak with liberals tonight. Because they're busy ransacking another city. So they're not getting out of the line of fire with me. Silverback says it went to voicemail. All right, Silverback, I'm going to open it right back up just for you. The hotline is now open. So there is the phone number for you. And while I still can't find me on Rumble, Jack, I will send you the link in Instagram. I'm going to DM you right now, Jack. Never fear. Luna is here. And I will send that to you, Jack, as soon as I answer this phone call. You are live with Luna.
Exactly.
Can you hear me?
I got you, Luna. What's going on?
Hey, who's this?
This Silverback. What's going on? I told you I tried to call, but it went to voicemail every time I called.
Very nice. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Hey, I think I'm going to take that advice for going into the political realm here in my local area.
Yes.
I just found the Democratic and the Republican offices, which I didn't even know existed here.
Okay.
And so once I can get in there, we've got obviously that bad snowstorm coming through, but
I heard
once it clears all up, then I'll be, going down there and making an appointment to talk to them and see where I can lend my expertise, I guess.
I am so proud of you. Good for you.
Well, like I told you the first time we talked, it's something I've always wanted to do because it's frustrating to sit there and see what's going on the news in the world today, especially being a veteran. And, I always ask myself, this is what I went to war for and fought for, to come back and see this? Really? Come on. And then the other part of me is, I hesitate because I don't want to go and show up to any of these protests because I know that it's man, I don't know. I might react the wrong way. So I just kind of steer clear of it. But, talking with you and then your guest that you had.
Raven Harrison, the congressional candidate.
That was it. Yeah, that's right. And, it's definitely something I think that, I need to definitely do in order to do something. So I at least get that off my conscience.
I'm proud of you because
example.
Women like me who are at least using platforms, at least using our voice, are relying on you men to go out there with your backs and your muscles, go create a presence for us.
Right. 100%. So I'm definitely just wanted to give you a heads up on it, let you know
Thanks
that,
for the update.
hey, you've kind of inspired me a little bit and,
I'm really,
let you know.
I appreciate
and
it.
I'll definitely keep you abreast of what's going on and let you know
Absolutely.
once I go there and talk and find out what I'm doing and stuff. So.
Oh, everybody's going to want to know, everybody's going to want the update. So yeah, keep them coming.
Of course.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
All right, Silverback.
Yeah, no, hey, I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Of
appreciate
course.
you opening the line.
Yep, of course. See ya.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, wonderful call. See, I love that shit. I love when you guys fucking call. It makes my show so awesome. And it really freaking gives me calls like that is giving me all the motivation that I need to keep doing this show because he's actually taking my advice. I'm trying to start up an army. We cannot sit around and let these liberals be so fucking loud. There are so little of them, and yet they are so loud. The right-wing protests are incredible. We need more of them, MC. Why don't you, next time I open up the hotline MC, call in and tell us your ideas and thoughts on exactly that. Right-wing protests. We need to talk about that more often. Irish, maybe you will give us a call on our hotline. We just had Silva back on the line, and it's always a freaking pleasure. All right. Liberals have no interest in post-racial society. They love racism. The hotline is closed. The hotline is closed.
Liberals have no interest in a post-racial society. They may claim that they long for one, but when you want racially gerrymandered voting districts, you don't want a post-racial society. When you want racial preferences in higher education, you don't want a post-racial society. When you name your group Black Lives Matter, you are not practicing post-racialism.
Right.
The left has no interest in being post-racial, and even though they regularly claim that they do, and I think that's what a lot of people have missed here. If you're a progressive, if you're a liberal, you want to keep race front and center in our national debates. Whether it's relevant to the discussion.
I can't tell you how many times I got so sick of people. Are you black? Are you Hispanic? When I was running for Congress and trying to lump me in with the black Republicans. I'm so much more than that. Just because I'm black doesn't mean, partly black doesn't mean I'm all black. Like, this is the problem with what he's talking about. I'm just American. I'm actually, I keep saying I'm triracial because I keep forgetting I'm part Native American too. But I'm actually a quad something. What is that called? Let me look that up really quick. What is someone with 4 or more races called? It's got a name. Oh, it's called a quad something. A quad something. Hold on. Maybe a quappa. It's informal for some individuals with 4 distinct non-white or mixed backgrounds, such as 1/4 Asian, East Asian, European, Indigenous, etc., and have formally adopted the term quappa as a play on hapa. So that's really what I am, which is what all of America is going to turn into. Quadruple. A quadruple. I'm down for a quadruple. Libertarian, baby. Actually, I'm not. I am like even less than a libertarian. I'm a constitutionalist. So I'm very much like, yeah, as long as you're not hurting other people and everything's consensual, like, it's fine. And also just go behind closed doors with your weird shit. You know what I'm saying? You can have weird shit. I love weird shit. But I have my lines with weird shit, which involves anyone below the age of 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hard. Also, how about don't display your sexuality? Like, go ahead, smoke weed. Nobody fucking cares. Don't do it in public. Like, you know, don't be drunk in public. Like, drink your hearts out, but don't do it in public.
Or not, you want to keep it front and center because you think it works for you politically. Liberals have no interest in a post-racial society. They may claim that they long for one, but when you want racially gerrymandered voting districts, you don't want a post-racial society. When you want racial preferences in higher education, you don't want a post-racial society. When you name your group Black Lives Matter, you are not practicing post-racialism. Yep. The left has no interest.
Because that's the thing, and y'all have heard me say this before so many times on the show. Like, my problem with Black America is that they still choose to segregate themselves and then whine about racism. You fucking shut the fuck up, seriously. You can do anything anybody else does. You choose to fucking segregate yourself. So I don't want to hear it. Whatever is happening to you from this point forward it's on you. I got myself out of a generational legacy of poverty. You can too. I'm not the brightest bulb in the box, but I work on being intelligent. I work on being informed. I work on being wise. I pray. I socialize with people outside of just my own commonalities. All right. Equibor. I don't know how to say that. I really enjoyed your Rumble content. Many creators struggle with exposure, not talent. I help grow real followers. Okay. Well, appreciate it. Thanks, Gray. Please don't come on my show to hustle your growth, how you can grow me. Please don't do that. You can message my producer, which is producer Ryan.Lopez86 on Instagram. Don't come on my live and do that, please. I appreciate you being there to watch my live, but email us at thirsttrapnews@gmail.com if you have business propositions. All right. So let's check out, or let's see the chat. I am a constitutional conservative. We all agree on what you just said. Thanks, MC. For sure. Freedom. That's what we're really about, is just real freedom, right? There should be no racial societies. I think people just it's natural to group up with what makes you comfortable. That's very tribal. It's how you have a sense of village, a sense of tribe, community. But the xenophobia that exists within the people constantly talking about how xenophobia is wrong is astounding. Seriously, they get on my reels, on my content on Instagram and on TikTok, and they see that I'm brown. Actually, I don't know what color I am. There is not a single makeup on this planet that can match me. I have to always go down on my neck to look continuous in color. But I'm not white at face value, and so they fucking start screaming when they find out I'm not liberal, and they literally start tagging ICE. All of a sudden, ICE is their best friend on my page. And if I call out another black woman like Jasmine Crockett, who's a fucking idiot, she's beautiful, but she is stupid. Oh, they start calling me a guy, that I'm a man. They are the ones that say they fight for transgender equality, use it as an insult. These people are not genuine in what they think and feel. They don't believe their own bullshit, because you can't be behaving so contradictory if you are believing what you say you stand up for. Because Psych On Now, degree above my head, says the definition of a personality disorder is your behavior not falling in line with your principles. Your behavior goes against your principles, or at least the principles that you say you claim. So what we're dealing with the liberal left is seriously a mass case of some type of personality disorder, which personality disorders are infectious. I'm not talking about schizophrenia, brain disorders. I am talking about thought pattern disorders, personality disorders. Take borderline, for example. Let's say your mom grew up in an alcoholic environment. Well, we know the chaos that brings. That very likely causes something called borderline personality disorder, where the second someone upsets you, now they're the worst person ever. They go from the best person ever to the worst person ever. And the person that usually catches all the flack is the spouse of the person, because that's the one who would be viewed the most polarizing and the most extreme and the most intimately. So they go from now that kid having a kid, right? So let's say she creates her home and nest in a way where, no one drinks, no one's allowed to drink. but she still has borderline personality disorder. So even though the chaos of alcoholism is not in the home, she still is going to, if she's untreated, going to exhibit the black and white behavior, the I hate you, don't leave me behavior, and therefore pass along those same behaviors to the kids through modeling. So it becomes a generational personality disorder passed down from kid to kid to kid to kid to kid. And it's very hard to break because their brains are shaped this way. And the first 5 years of human life are the most important because that sets the foundation for your personality for the rest of your life. So if you grow up in a peaceful environment, a trusting environment, you're likely going to have a very stable, peaceful, calm personality. But if you grow up in a very chaotic or contentious environment, you are going to deal with anxiety for the rest of your life. Even when you recognize that there is no reason or cause for anxiety, you will still feel the symptoms of anxiety because your brain architecture has grown around an overactive anxiety center while you were a child. So there's a little fun psych bit for you. So if production would like to cue up the next video, check out this Jewish neighborhood.
This is Curious Joel, a village of 44,000 Hasidic Jews in upstate New York that primarily speak Yiddish, have an average of 7 kids per family, rely heavily on state assistance and welfare programs like Medicare, SNAP, housing assistance, and tax credits from their many kids. How many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids?
They are proud to do what the Torah says, that you need to be multiple and fruitful.
Wow, how do people afford to have like 10 kids out here?
The community is based on this.
America's paying for it. That's how they fucking afford it, because our fucking tax dollars are going over there. Do the research on these women having babies out there and whose money. Americans have been funding the entire fucking world while we're fucking struggling, y'all.
So is it wealthy members of the community give charity?
What's up, Mayor?
Mostly.
How you doing?
Talk
Good
to
see you.
suspicious person.
How am I suspicious? Do you study Torah?
You work for Hamas?
Yes.
What do you do for work?
Nothing.
How do you make money?
My wife.
Your wife?
I'm doing home care.
Brokerage, construction.
Are most people on Medicaid, SNAP, EBT?
I don't know. I can't speak for other people.
What about you?
I'm not going to tell about myself.
The one thing I am curious about, though, is the welfare use. Are you on welfare?
This is New York.
The Jewish people, just from Kiddus Joel, their taxes covers everything that we take back. They pay a lot of property tax.
Do you know anyone on welfare here?
I won't comment on that question.
Come on.
No.
Why not?
Right.
No.
What do you guys do for work
Because
here?
who's paying the welfare?
You guys have like businesses, work a job, study Torah?
No, we feed off the entire fucking planet. The medical system, the school system, the entertainment system. That's how the fuck we're living here. And they go, doo-doo-doo, crickets. Crickets when asked the question.
What do you do?
I'm in sales.
What do you sell?
Food.
Okay, what food do you sell?
Chocolates.
What? I feel like I'm getting bamboozled right here. Excuse me, you guys take EBT? What percentage of people would you say use EBT for their groceries here?
100%.
100%? What percentage would you say?
35%.
A little bit difficult to conclude what to take away from that. Let's pop in here and say shalom. Synagogue? Okay. Lots of people praying. I'm not sure the schedule exactly, but 9 o'clock sharp, they're not at work.
You guys done funding foreigners and immigrants and illegals? Like, are you guys done? Because I'm done. Are y'all done yet? Would you rather your tax dollars go into your community, into your state, to coming back to your kids and helping other American kids and other American families and veterans? Would you like that?
Question for you. What do most men do for work here? Can you give me some ideas? I'm just asking Hasidic Jews out here. What do you mean?
Me
Do people
too,
here
Andy.
survive off of welfare? BT?
All right, Tech Pro.
like all of the
By the way, before you
communities,
go, Tech Pro, I am about to open up a listener hotline, and I do a contest every day for Fan of the Day, but you have to be there for the whole show. And so on Rumble, when I get down to the end of my show, I need all of you to wave at me so I can see who all is viewing, who all is there. All right.
8 kids can also get benefits.
It's 2:59. Why aren't people at work?
These are all teenagers.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
You gotta wonder what these people do for employment. So if you want to talk about Sharia law and people living in a theocratic ethnic enclave, look no further. Curious Joel is an example of only Jews living here, and a lot of them are tapping into welfare benefits. This is Curious Joel.
Yes, they are. All right. I am going to open the listener hotline. It is now open. So this is what Mom Donnie, you got the Muslim wave of it coming too. Okay, we have a call coming in. You are live with Luna.
Oh, hi, Luna. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I don't really listen to your show, but somebody at my job listens to your show all the time. And I don't understand how you are mixed race, a woman. How are you so stupid to actually be a Republican?
Well, I'm not a Republican. Does that make you feel better?
Well, the way you talk about Democrats seems like you're a Republican. Well, then what are you?
No, it's not how I talk about Democrats. It's how I talk about the extreme, crazy left liberals. That's very different from Democrat.
So, I'm a liberal, so you know, and I'm from Southern California.
Oh, okay.
So
Do you like it out there?
Love it out here.
Yeah?
I know you're from.
What do you do for work?
What? It doesn't matter what I do for work. What I know is that you live over there in Florida. DeSantis is awful. Trump lives down there. You guys are crazy freaking zealots for him. You guys don't care about the homeless or anything. At least here in California, we at least try and take care of the homeless people here.
Oh, really? So that means you must be homeless too, because the only time I ever see homeless people taking care of homeless people out there, they're fucking other homeless people. So are you homeless?
No, I'm not homeless. Have you ever been to? You haven't ever even been out this way.
Oh no, I have. I got eaten up by mites when I was out there at a 4.5 star rated hotel. So let me ask you, how much have you contributed to help the homeless? What do you do for work?
What doesn't matter what I do for work. I work in an office job, if you want to know. And yes, I pay taxes and I do all that. But
how do you feel about your taxes up there? Are they really high?
They're high, but I don't care because they're helping other people out. And what
like
do I do to help?
Minnesotans? Illegal Somalians from Minnesota? How do you feel about that?
Undocumented people. You guys use this word illegal and you guys weaponize it and just make them all sound like these terrible people.
Well, but that's not true that they're undocumented. Where do you see that they're undocumented?
Well, that's what they are because they haven't become citizens yet. But they're there, they're working.
But they are documented. They're documented in their home countries.
No, you're one of those idiots who just watches Fox News and you believe that they're stealing money. They're coming here. They're working hard. This is everything that you believe in. Come from another country and prosper, and then you shit talk them.
I think you're right. I think they are coming here working hard. Actually, when I pull up the crime stats, what I see they're working hard at is raping children and women. That's what I see.
Nowhere does it say that at all.
Oh, it does. It does. You can go look up the crime databases, all the victim reporting databases. You should look up what those are. Do you know what those are called?
Yeah, I look them up. I don't get all my information from Fox News and Hannity like you do.
No, I hate that channel. Where do you think I should get my news from?
Anywhere. You can go online. You can look it all up yourself. Instead, you just like every other idiot that I have around me that works, like the idiot that works with me who listens to your show all the time. That's all he's doing. It's just that and Fox News. Those are the only two things that he pays attention to.
What, you think he's an idiot? He's like, he never talks on the show. How do you even come to that conclusion?
No, but he listens to your show all the time and he believes it. And I listen to you talk about protesters and all this.
Why don't you tell your workmate how much it bothers you?
I did try and tell him. I sent a letter and I sent an email. I emailed HR and I CC'd him to do it to the proper channels. And there's nothing, unfortunately, I can do as long as he keeps it at a certain volume. And I don't even care about that.
So what do you think we should do? Do you think we should just like go ahead and wipe out like the First Amendment? Like that should work for you, right?
No, I don't want to wipe out the First Amendment.
So then why do you want him to turn it off?
Because when we... Shut up. I hear the things that, see, and this is you laughing. This is all that you guys do.
I will shut up now.
This is all that you guys do. And then what bothers me is this, is that I hear all the times you talk and you make fun of all these protesters. We're at least brave enough to go out there, make our signs, and we at least stand up for what we believe in, instead of just making fun of them. We go out there and we actually march like Martin Luther King did, and we go out and we try and defend these people, and we will stand up to ICE, and we don't care if they have guns. We'll be out there being brave while you do nothing. You guys are just all talk.
Can I talk now?
Yeah.
Oh, you told me to shut up, so I wasn't sure. I thought, maybe you were collecting my check, running my show for me. Here's what I have to say about that, and here I have to go. You don't care that they carry guns? I think what you should do is you should get as rowdy as possible. I think you should get in a car, and I think you should aim for people and like Renee Good. How do you feel about Renee Good?
See, I knew it. Another Fox News talking point that you listened to. She was backing away. You've seen the video. The wheels were not even aimed towards him.
What would you do if you saw a car coming towards you? Have kids?
No, I don't have kids.
Oh, do you have a dog?
No.
Do you have a partner?
No, I'm single. I have a bird, and I'm not worried about them hitting my bird with a car.
Oh, no wonder no wonder. So let me ask you, when was the last time you dated anybody?
This has nothing to do with anything. I'm not asking you your personal questions. You, look at you. What did they come in to deport you? How about that? What did they come in to deport you?
Where are they going to deport me to?
To wherever you're from.
Where am I from?
I don't know. Puerto Rico? What are you?
Puerto Rico. So you think I am actually, you're right. I'm trans Hispanic, sir. All right, there we go. They're hung up. This is what happened. See, this is like why I don't support trying to reason with the leftists. I think you should just have fun with them. Instead, we should just play a little dodgeball. Silverback says, "What a simp. He's seriously an idiot. Who cares what she is? She almost killed the Ice Age." Yes. Was that fun?
Puerto Rico's part of America, right?
Puerto Rico is part of America. Puerto Rico is part of America. That was going to be my next point, but he hung up. So, I wonder if his partner, I bet you his partner is, no, he said he had no partner. I think that Megyn Kelly's right. These people don't get laid. Cause nobody, oh, sorry, I'm assuming his gender. Nobody that feels that way is getting laid. Because if you were getting laid, you'd be really worried about what your partner thought about the fact that you are okay with Renee Good running someone over with a car, because then your partner's going to start wondering if you're going to run them over with a car. So, yeah, his left hand is his partner. Damn. Y'all are... Get him. The mayor says, "That was wonderful." And they always go personal when they have no argument, and they always tie us to Fox News. Fox News is boring as shit. You'll hear the same thing over and over and over on Fox News. Ain't nobody like watching Fox News. I mean, he's lucky his bird has not left. You listen to CNN. You keep dyeing your hair colors. I can't take this back. Andy Graphics says, "Okay, gotta roll. Good luck on the rest of your callers, Luna. Go get 'em, girl." Thanks, Andy. All right. Tell him where I live and I'll show him how much I do nothing. You guys are great. Silverback's gunning for fan of the day again. Irish, I'm waiting for you to get the balls to call, baby. Can someone call and cleanse my palate from that? Let me open that back up. If you want to call and help me heal from the trauma of that soft beta man that just called in, it's 904-530-1422. Silverback says, "Please, someone call Farah." Maybe you call. Farah, call. Love your name. It's a beautiful name. That is a Middle Eastern name, I believe. We need to declare Muslim Islam ideology a threat to the U.S. As a gay, I'm super scared of this. Please call Farah. I would love to talk to you. We need to hear from people like you. It carries more weight with the liberal left. The homelessness, by the way, in California was ridiculous. You needed an app to walk to find out where it was safe, sanitary wise and drug wise, and I got fucking mites when I was staying in the hotel, and there were hookers going in and out. All that, there was no hotel on the block that wasn't free of hooker activity. All right, I'm turning the hotline off, and I will turn it back on in a little bit. But MC says he's going to call as soon as he's able. Ooh, that's exciting. And I finally get to put a voice to some of these screen names. Okay. Following nicely in the in line of this last video, but I do have a job. I have a job. No, right here.
Just curious, some people say, you guys shouldn't be here, you should go get a job. What's your answer to those people?
I have a job. I'm a mother. I have a full-time
8 kids.
8 kids, and I am protecting my country, my community for them.
Ooh, I guess when people say we're protecting our neighbors, and then DHS or ICE puts out a list and they say this migrant who's
MC, I'm right there with you. I got 4 of them myself.
here illegal, wanted for murder, or this one for sodomy, are those the neighbors you guys are protecting, or who is it?
Definitely not the neighbors we're protecting, but we are protecting our neighbors that they're taking illegally for no reason.
With the situation, two shootings here in 1 week in Minneapolis. Are the protests going to stop? Because ICE says they're not leaving.
We aren't leaving either. We're staying out here and we're fighting until they're gone.
Yes, Silverback. Good needs to be a lesson for what not to do. The mayor says they are trying so hard. They are trying so hard to try to make Renee Good into George Floyd. By the way, both criminals. Yeah, I know. The mayor, I hope you stick around for this show, because you won Fan of the Day another day not long ago, and you left the show, so I had to give it to someone else who stuck around for the whole show. So if you want to win my autographed lipstick kiss show notes, you got to stick around, Mayor. I like when you ran. MC might win it, because if he calls, I don't know if MC's already won it. I feel like he has, but I feel like the mayor needs a redemption.
I guess the other, we've been talking to, the law enforcement side and then the protest side. One of the things that some of the ICE agents say is, we're members of this community too. We're doing our job. If these protesters have a problem with immigration law, go take it up with Congress. What do you think?
They're not doing it.
Stay to the end of the show, Mayor.
By law, they're kicking in people's doors, taking them illegally. They're coming into stores.
Silverback's gunning hard for it, and
illegal.
Irish.
My husband was arrested, and he's white. So there's...
That's a bragging point for her? Are all them kids your husband's?
Just arresting anybody right now.
When did that happen?
That happened yesterday.
And what was the situation?
Impeding traffic.
Out here, or?
Yes, out here.
So I guess, people would say, hey, you guys are getting arrested. It's really cold out here. When are you going to give up?
We're Minnesota strong. We're not going to give up. We got this in this weather. We can be out here longer than they can.
President Trump might send in some troops because he doesn't think your Mayor Jacob Fry and your Governor Tim Walz are very good.
Well, that's...
Oh, he's white and interfering with ICE? Shocker. Shocker. Seems to only be one group of people who are using their white privilege to not get shot. Right? Or maybe he was being a bad boy, like Silverback just said.
I have nothing to do with that.
Do you think they're very good? Do you think that they've really taken in, have your mayor and your governor done enough to calm disruption?
No, they have not.
Just curious. Some people say, you guys shouldn't be here. You should go get a job.
Oh, she just said, no, my mayor hasn't done a good job to cause disruption. Tim Walz was her husband. Tcha. They're all mouth breathers. For real, though. For real. All right. Let's watch a video of doggies before I open up the hotline again. Yo, Cane Corsos are not for the inexperienced dog owner or for the light-hearted dog owner or light-handed dog owner. Cane Corsos, any sort of mastiff pack that's used for guarding your house and yard, you really have to have... Obviously, if you're guarding, you have more than one, and you kind of really have to let the dog pack establish its own like government hierarchy. Because trying to manage and be the alpha by yourself with any breed that's working breed is tough. So you always need that like one alpha on the yard. It's usually a female. That females determine the pecking order, by the way, in dog packs. It's like, you better sit. Oh, crap.
See, but you don't get a treat till she sits. Sit down.
Sit down. Hey, you chill out. Wake up. Okay, I was just kidding. That was AI.
She doesn't want to play right now.
So our big dogs do that with their puppies when they play tug of war. They literally like yank them like that, like they are nothing. Belgians, yes, Belgians are crazy out the fucking box, bro. The second you open the cage, it's like, pew! I mean, nobody that's a pet owner should have a Belgian Malinois. A Malinois is working only. You will, if that dog is not ran, worked out, and you need not only distance, but you need height to properly stimulate and work those dogs. Those dogs want to climb. Those dogs are brave. They have no fear. So if you can't give your dog a really robust, high energy, high dopamine, adrenaline experience, a Malinois is not for you. But you should only be buying a Malinois if you are a police department or a private investigator or a bounty hunter or a military person. Like Malinois, yes, fucking missiles, bro. I've got Malinois are like the Green Berets and Army Rangers and Navy SEALs. German Shepherds are like, you know, your tactical SWAT, you know, cops. And then you got American Bullies that I have, which are like the Marines. They're good for bite and hold. They're very front end heavy, very powerful jaw strength. It's not true that pit bulls and bullies have locking jaws, but what they do have, both breeds, because pit bulls are a cousin of the American Bully is a cousin of the pit bull. Pit bulls were used in the foundation of them. They won't let go. So that's why that belief came that their jaws lock. It's just that they once, so pit bulls are good to have if you have a farm or you need protection against wolves and coyotes, because pit bulls, a true purebred American pit bull terrier, like Old Red Family, or watchdogs, or even some of the blue line, the early foundation bullies are heavy pit bull. Iron Cross kennels are XL size pit bulls. They don't do good in terms of standoffs with other canines. They are specifically purebred. They will possess dog aggression to other dogs because that is what they were bred for, and it is encoded into their behaviors. That's what pure breeding is for. So you get a distinct set of phenotype, that is the outward expression, what they look like, identifiable way of what they look like, and how they behave. So mixed breeds have higher behavioral capabilities because of being mixed. You're bringing 2 breeds in or more, and then a pure breed is going to have a certain set of behaviors. So American bullies are good for guarding your home from other people because they love other dogs. So that was what part of their goal was, to get rid of the dog aggression. But they are really good at bite and hold because they are chest heavy. Okay, so we are going to take a break and read a message from Technisport right now. Looking for a comfortable but unique option for your gaming setup? Y'all know I'm a gaming girl, so this is cool. Check us out at technisportusa.com. With a wide range of ergonomic chairs in an array of colors, you will definitely bring your setup to the next level. Always comfy, never boring. Technisport. Use this code RUMBLE for 10% off your entire order. All right, going back to our video. I love dogs so much. You know, you don't really pick your spirit animal, but I guess for this case, it wouldn't totally be a spirit animal. This would be more like dogs are my familiar, because if you know me in person, I am a pit bull. Like, I am a pit bull. If I was a bird, I'd probably be a hawk. Silverback says, Luna, something's off with the connection. A few of us keep getting kicked off. It's been spotty. This is why I try to encourage everyone to go over to Rumble. When you go over to Rumble and you hit their main page, hit that search button and type Real Luna Lopez. You have to create an account to watch, but it's free, obviously. And you hit follow and then go to my videos and you will see the live in red. It's a red square. It's a lot better over on Rumble. Backwater says Rumble's acting funny. So both are acting funny because my internet service provider sucks. They are doing work. And thank you, Reality Pocket. I appreciate you. We got it all fucking fixed. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And on Rumble, producer Ryan says, thank you so much, OGs, for Thomas. Who else? Mike Esquerda, Thomas. Thank you for some of the OGs going over to Rumble and supporting me over there. I'll be watching your Mayor says, I will be watching you from Rumble tomorrow, Luna. Same name. Yes. Mayor, please don't go anywhere yet. Are you about to leave, Mayor? Don't tell me about to leave my stream. I only got a few videos left. I'll stop bullshitting. Let me see. All right. The listener hotline is open, friends. Give me a call, 904-530-1422. You don't have to talk about politics. You can honestly call if you wanted to call and flirt with me. Producer Ryan doesn't care. If you wanted to tell me how your day went, MC, this is the time to call, baby. There it is. Let's see who it is. You're live with Luna.
Luna, how you doing? It's Sarah Falls.
Who is this?
Sarah Falls.
Hey.
I'm calling from San Diego, California.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I just found your stream and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, she's Team Red. I'm Team
That's
Red.
Right.
Even though I'm gay.
Yeah.
But I'm Team Red. I'm transitioning and everything, but I'm Team Red and
good.
The Renee shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody deserves to die.
No.
But the guy was in the right. The guy was in the right. That's the way I see it.
Me too.
And the stuff on the church, that crossed the line. It really
they
did.
wanted to cross that line because think about the fact of like the fear level, like the power level in that moment where you believe you're in a safe space like that. Of course, they wanted to.
It's not just about that. We just recently had a church shooting.
Yeah.
And in Texas, they've had instances where there's going to be like an active shooting, and then there's a person in the church who's designated that has a gun, and you shot that person that came in to do harm. But we've had a mass shooting before, like not too long ago. So I haven't been to church in years.
Well,
I need to start. Yeah, I need to start going to church, but
here's what I say about this. It's really important when you're looking for a place to get spiritual food. If you walk out of it feeling like you're a sinner, you have to do more, you feel guilty, that is not a place of God. You know what I'm saying? That is a cult. If you walk into a place where they are not peddling regular attendance, they're just really there to see you there and just have a conversation. You don't have to come dressed a certain way. It's not a fashion show every Sunday. It's not a place where you get the tea. Like when I started recovery, although that's not church, I realized in recovery what my issue was with church, and it is that it's not really, there's so many places where it's just a business and it's not an actual real spiritual sanctuary. So always keep up your guard when you're looking out for a new church. If it's got all the flashy lights, go the other way. If it's humble and it's a place where you can come in broken and leave feeling healed, that's the right place to be. So pay attention to your gut with that,
I will.
Yeah.
Those are good points right there.
And no one should make you feel like you need to say, oh, I'm so-and-so and I'm gay. Like, if anyone makes you feel like you need to give that disclaimer, you're in the wrong company. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all children of Jesus. We're all children of God. And we're all no matter where you're from, Christian or not, we are God's kids. And if you feel like you have to make that announcement, you're in a place where you are being judged.
Absolutely.
And
that's the scary part too.
Yeah.
But or not the scary part, but it's like it's like a slight deterrent where you don't know whether or not to go or not.
Well, the devil's put his tentacles in everything, So I think the first place the devil went as soon as Jesus died was, let me get the church first,
To be honest with you, there are some churches that are corrupted, and you could see it because it's not that they're too big, but
well, that's kind of a giveaway.
But they're preaching. Some of them, because I don't go to church, but I do listen to like online preachers and stuff. But some of them are preaching like if you do this, you're gonna prosper, you're gonna get money. I'm like, you shouldn't be trying to read the Bible so you could be financially stable or whatever. It just comes to you.
The best thing you can do is get a spiritual mentor. They don't have to be a deacon, a preacher, a priest, because church is important because Jesus said, don't forsake the gathering of yourselves together, but he never meant for a entire business to get formed off of what he was saying. So really, at the end of the day, he told us and reminded us that the kingdom of God is in your heart. So you don't necessarily need to depend on a preacher. Sometimes if you can't, say you're scrolling for preachers and nobody's hitting for that day, right? What I decided doing after Charlie Kirk died, I started praying before I would open my Bible, and I noticed, then I would just open it blindly, and then I noticed that the right thing would come up. So same thing with maybe looking for a church. Before you set out to find a church, say a meaningful prayer, petition, meditation, whatever it is that you do that makes you feel closer to your higher power, walk in your garden, whatever it is, and meditate with God to guide you. And then don't do the same thing you always do. Like if you always get online to find it, maybe do something different. Maybe flip on the TV or turn on the radio or go for a walk and then see how maybe you'll encounter somebody that says something to you. Because the only way you can know your prayers are truly being answered is if you change your routine and provide like a little nuance and then just like open your eyes to it. Because God will, if you are looking for a church, God knows that and he needs to guide you. It's like trying to find a spouse. If you actively try to find a spouse, you're going to pick the fucking wrong one. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you just pray about it and then forget about it, then God brings it to you.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I'm glad that you're on the right side of the fight out there in California, bro.
I'm trying to, but I see the fraud. Like before, I wouldn't really notice it. Well, it's not that I didn't notice it, but I would feel it. But I'm like, why is our gas always so high? It's like, why are there so many homeless? And then you start hearing the numbers of all the money that's being spent,
right.
and then you hear like newsreels. Oh, we went out and we passed out 2,000 tents.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, cool, that's cool. They're helping them out, and then like 6 months later, they say that they collected like 50 tons of trash, including hundreds of tents and blankets and all. And I was like, that sounds like all that free stuff they passed out like 6 months ago.
That's like stuff we should be doing anyway. Is like, what? You know what? I think all of you that are in blue states that are on the red side definitely before Trump gets out of office, you need to make a goal to move to like a deep red state or a southern state, because the world is going to change. Like with all these moves that, if you've paid attention, you know, Trump is like, I was mad at Trump for a little while because I'm like, what happened to America first? Because it seems like it's America later. What I'm starting to realize is something is coming. And what he's doing, everything he's been doing that seems foreign is actually setting us up to survive something bad. So I think all of you guys should plan over the next 3 years to move out of your states where they're deeply blue. That's the best way to stick it to the government.
The thing about California is they have these ballot harvesting where anybody could collect ballots,
mm-hmm.
and they put out a ballot and they could collect them, and they stuff the ballot box with illegal ballots. And right now they're finding fraud where there's like 20 registered voters
mm-hmm.
voting for they're registered and the address is a parking lot.
So there's
in the middle of the highway.
I believe you.
Go
ahead.
So it's hard to turn the state red.
Well, I know. There's a girl I found. There's a video that's coming up in the next few days that I have queued up for production to put on my show. It's a video. It's tomorrow. There's a video of a woman who's in Texas who used to be a Democrat, and when she switched her voter status over to Republican, she stopped getting her voter thing in the mail. And every time she's called, they tell her, and she's called dozens of times, they tell her that it's gotten lost in the mail, so she never even gets her ballot. And then when she goes to the physical voting booth, they tell her she can't vote for one reason or another.
Yeah, the voter fraud, it's corrupt in California, and it's corrupt
But what
Democrat way.
What are you guys doing at the local level to like fight Newsom's whole state assembly?
Well, whatever you do, like you just have to keep voting red.
Well, but
keep voting red.
You guys out there, like out in California. Here's the one criticism I'll give you guys that I've noticed, because I've spent a lot of time out there in the last few years. The the conservative base in California is terrified of the government, and they will not. You guys need to be out loud. That's one of this. You guys in New York, Chicago, Minnesota, and Illinois, like Illinois, Michigan, and the other states I just mentioned. You guys got to get freaking loud.
This is what I think's wrong. Also wrong in California. There's a lot of gay people in California, especially San Diego.
Yep.
I think I'm gay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super gay. But sometimes these gay people, I even have gay friends.
They're scared to be shunned.
They think that Republicans are anti-gay. If they vote Republican, they're gonna get their gay rights taken away.
No,
they're gonna get their health care taken.
About gay or straight.
But that's the mindset. That's the mindset.
Every time you have your gay friends over, you just gotta talk real with them. Be like, look, that is not true.
I do. But sometimes you either do you want to have fun or do you want to ruin the night?
Hey, you got a country to save. You do.
I know.
You do. I do. MC does. We all do. It's on us. If this goes down, it's our fucking fault.
I know. And then the other thing is, like, no matter what, this is the strange one for me. Like, let's just say that
says, I like to party.
Trump got a victory for, let's say, like, reducing the debt.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be against it because he did it.
Of course, they're against. He could.
It's just him.
He can cure death, and they'll still hate him.
So then they'll say, well, he's a rapist. He disrespects women. He hates. I'm like,
no,
my goodness. We just look what he's done, and they'll find something negative about him, so it'll diminish what he did.
I've met
and
so many
women. Drive that.
I've met so many women that have met him, and he honestly, I've met a lot of people that have met him, and everyone loves him. Everyone. I've never met someone say he's an asshole ever.
I know he likes gays because
gays know how to party.
He likes Elton John.
Yeah.
He likes Elton John.
Yeah.
He likes Elton John music.
Yeah.
Elton's been openly gay, and he goes to see Elton John.
But if Republicans were going to
take gays,
if Republicans were going to take gay rights away, you need to remind them, one, it would have already happened, and two, both Biden and Obama both said that they believe marriage is between a man and a woman, and gay marriage still didn't get removed. In fact, it's only been under Republicans, I believe, that it's been pushed up to basically, I think every state now is accepting it. I think it was the Republicans who did that.
What's the name of the black Supreme Court justices? The female?
I don't know, but I know who you're talking about.
She was put in by Biden.
Say your question again for production.
What's the name of the black female Supreme Court justice? She was put in by Biden. And when she got put in by Biden, it was by AutoPen. So they got to undo that appointment.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, everything he fucking did was AutoPen.
Her name is Kamanji, or she's got a strange name, but it's a DEI.
They're looking her up now.
But look it
Kenyatta Yalker.
I don't know what it is.
Kenyatta Yalker.
Yeah, but her appointment was done by AutoPen.
He says the juice boxes are running things. Absolutely, they want. Yeah, Ketanji Brown Jackson is her name.
Ketanji, yeah. But her, like, we got to undo that.
Yeah,
like, all those because there's a lot of stuff that
that's the one
that Biden did, getting us out of Afghanistan. I'm gonna share something with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gay, and I'm transitioning and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I served 20 years in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
I'm retired military.
Mm-hmm.
I love the military.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the whole military,
mm-hmm.
I believe gays belong in the military, but the policy needs to be like a don't don't ask, don't tell. Like nobody cares.
Well,
like nobody cares you're
straight
gay.
people don't run around announcing they're straight. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
attracted to women. I don't go around saying that I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
When you meet me, you can just tell that I am. You can just tell.
Yeah, but the big thing that he did, he messed up with Afghanistan. That withdrawal messed everything up.
So I want to talk. You said you're transitioning, right?
Yeah, I'm transitioning
I
from
want to
male to
talk
female.
about that. How far in are you with that? If you want to talk about it.
I'm like a year in. Like my voice is changing.
Okay.
Like I have I've lost a little bit of weight and everything. I believe there's only two sexes, male and female. Don't get me wrong.
Well, you would be. Yeah, you're not delusional.
Okay,
and what
so
you
I'm
do
not,
with
I
your
don't
body,
want,
you're an adult. So
I don't
you know.
I don't want people to think. Okay, so that's the other thing. That stuff about
the trans stuff,
transitioning kids, in school.
Right.
I think that should be like crime. It should be a crime.
I do too. I do
okay,
too.
so I think you should not be able to transition like medically until, and I'm gonna. This is gonna hurt a lot of people. I think 21.
I don't think that. I mean, I don't think that will hurt people because if you can drink, I just think they need to raise it all up to like 25. Everything.
Well, that would be even better.
Yeah.
Because at 18, yeah, you could go to war, you could die for your country.
Which is ridiculous.
Sure, that's true. But at 21, you could drink beer. Yeah, you could drink beer. But even at 21, you really haven't experienced the world.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to my daughter is she got recruited into the trans community through school. And I know my daughter, I'm a psychologist. I know that there are people that truly have gender dysphoria. And I know that the majority of them are dealing with something else, like since the spike in it. What they're dealing with is other things. And I know my daughter, obviously, I know her so well. I remember things that she went through that she doesn't remember because you're there with your kid from birth. Yeah. And so my daughter is she's like me. She's a tough bitch. She plays with the boys like I did. I still am like that. I have majority male friends. And I was very much a tomboy and it took me really years. It really wasn't up until I ran for politics that I kind of settled into my girly side. Because the church fucking forced me to, obviously it's a patriarchal cult. So we had to wear skirts and all that stuff. So I wanted to wear cool looking shit. And a lot of times that was the grunge era from the 90s. I was born in 85. So, I was a 90s kid. And so everyone just knew, oh, she's a tomboy. Now, if you're a tomboy, they're like, oh no, you're trans. You should be a boy. And I'm praying that my daughter does not choose to do something permanent while she's only 19. If you've dealt with all these other things we've been through in our life and you're 25 years old and you still feel like you want to transition, that's a different story in my professional opinion. My personal opinion, I would rather her not do it at all because I have a daughter and it's like grieving another death. But I want to know the medical stuff, how are you faring medically?
Me, I'm doing good. I just had a checkup.
Okay.
I get checkups all the time. They check your blood, your estrogen levels. If it's too high, it's too low.
How do you feel on estrogen?
Well, to be honest with you, a little bit calmer.
Okay. So
I'm not as aggressive.
The reason why, okay. So are you crying a lot or anything? Or do you generally just feel happy?
Well, you get a little bit more sensitive, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as far as you don't feel like euphoric, like you're happy and all that stuff, but you get a little bit more your life. I'm speaking about myself.
Of course.
I feel a little bit more happy.
So
I really do.
there's a reason why I asked you those questions, not to be covert. I apologize, but I have a bleeding heart for everyone. So, I'm always like, is this really transgender or are you traumatized? So the way you're describing it, this would be someone that truly does have gender dysphoria because, like you said, couple key words, like I feel calmer. You don't feel depressed. And here's another thing. You're not getting euphoria. So when you're dealing with somebody that is saying they're trans and really believes that they're trans, but it just kind of shows up spontaneously, like, there were no signs in early life, early childhood, things like that. When they're dealing with things like a bipolar or borderline personality disorder or autism, they get a euphoria because it's like a character they're getting to be not themselves. So it gives them like a high. And somebody that truly has what you have wouldn't feel a euphoria. They would just feel at peace and just normal because that's how it actually works. Unfortunately, since this spike we have had in it and with the elites pushing, population control, they really pushed this really hard on people to, mutilate their genitals. They prey on people. 18-year-olds, just because they're a legal adult doesn't mean that they are perfectly capable all of a sudden of making decisions. They prey on the 18-year-olds because they're vulnerable, because they look for kids who have been in crisis situations or vulnerable, because they really take a huge chunk of these people that regret it later and have no future in it because they've just done something that they don't, wish to have anymore. A lot of these kids get trafficked into porn. That's another
I'm going to hijack this
thing.
train, okay? So, because you said something about political.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the separation of church and state.
Yeah.
I think we've been misled.
I agree.
I think we need to bring back more Christian values into the state.
Well, our Constitution was
that the
written
law,
on Christian values.
Because I'm gonna tell you what's happening, because of the abortion stuff. Like, we're making it okay. Like, it's okay to kill babies in the womb, and then so why is our birth rate so low? It's because we're killing them.
Yep.
We're actually killing ourselves. It's not just because we're turning gay and is it a small number? Like, less than 1% of the population is gay.
Right.
Less than 1%. Keep that in mind.
Right.
So we're not a lot.
Right.
But there's a lot of women who are killing their babies in the womb.
Yes.
And more than once. And we're making it too easy for them to do it.
Yeah.
So that's when the separation of church and state.
Yeah.
Like, we need to bring back Christian values into our elected officials. And then
or
also because
at least
the Islamic people, all these third world countries that are invaded us, like, they've taken the state, they ran for office, they're trying to introduce their Muslim ideology. Look at Texas. They're trying to do a no-go zone in Texas.
And then Virginia has another lieutenant governor that's Muslim.
So that separation of church and state, like, we're following that law, but they're not following that. It's not really a law, but it's
to be fair, I don't think it should be separate. I think it should be separation between church and state. However, no separation between God and state, because if you kind of go above church, which is above religion, now you're in the spiritual space and you're dealing with universal natural laws and your God-given rights, which is what Jesus, to be fair, the original Christianity was very much what I'm describing, where Jesus was saying, like, you don't need to go to a synagogue and have a man tell you whether you are, worthy to God right here, right now. God is within you. So if we actually just had a spiritual moral compass, and yes, if Christianity has to bring everyone back together, that's fine, because our Constitution, which was
we need those men in in elected offices. And I'm going to tell you,
but Marxism.
I don't want to rant.
Go ahead.
But the way I see it, and I'm looking at this because
you got about 45 seconds, just so you know.
Because it scares me. So what the left is doing, what the Marxism is doing, they're putting the leftist women, they're putting them on the pedestal because they're more easily elected than their male counterparts.
Because people think they're voting for compassion.
So we're voting for these female Muslims and radicals, and because it's easier to get them elected than a male. Because when you look at a male, it's kind of like abrasive.
Oh,
and you put a female in there, it's a little bit palatable. It looks more smooth and everything.
All right. Well, I gotta get
that's
going.
What they're doing.
All right. I'm sorry. I gotta get going. I don't mean to cut you off.
Sorry for the rant, Nate.
No,
it was a very good.
I appreciate the rant.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
absolutely.
you call me anytime, and I'll chime in.
Sounds good. We like hearing from you guys because this is how listeners get the truth. Like, it's gold that we had you on our show. So thank you for discovering my show, and please come back and hang out with us. I'm live every day, sometime between 7:30 and 10 o'clock.
Okay, and if I said something wrong, you just let me know, and I'll.
It's a free speech zone, baby.
It.
Free speech zone.
Okay.
You know. All right. You have a good one.
All right, ciao.
All right. All right. So, before I move on, I'm gonna close down the hotline, and we'll open it back up. I've got just a few more videos to get through, and I will open it back up before we get going. So, that was a great call. That is what we need. We need to hear the real life experiences that Americans are having, because the media would have you believe something different. The media would have you believe that everyone who's gay is part of the rainbow-haired cult. The media would have you believe that all gays support transgender stuff. So we are going to so I did all three. Okay. So we are free of having to read ads. So no more ads for the rest of the show. Knox, enough. All right. So our next video, adult dogs. Oh no, we already did that. Obama, here's his ICE chief when he was deporting.
Picture to make sure it's you.
Obama's ICE chief gets an award for 920,000 removals. Trump's...
Look, it's Tom Holman. Oh, we forgot to put the TikTok thing on. Knox, shut up. It's Tom Holman. That was Obama's ICE chief of ICE, border czar, and he was getting a medal.
ICE chief is called a Nazi. Same guy, Tom Holman, was in charge of it for Obama. Obama deported in 2012 409,000 people. Trump in 2025, 290. Wow. You got to do the math. It's so frustrating because, like you said, they've taken such an anti-Trump administration position that no matter what he does, even if it is in the name of good intentions, the problem is Minnesota's a sanctuary state. So because they're a sanctuary state, they do not cooperate with ICE. They can arrest somebody for a violent crime, have them in jail, and they release them on the street. And so ICE is forced to go get these people in the streets. Obama's ICE chief gets an award for 920,000 removals. Trump's ICE...
Yep. So it's almost like Trump knew what he was doing, you know? But the hypocrisy of these people, because it's just a show. Obama's running around here acting like Trump's doing something wrong. Are you kidding me? Like, no. It's just a show. You know, they ebb and flow with the wind. MC says, my name is Mater. I have to make dinner. Be back hopefully mañana. Holman is the fucking man. Good to see you, MC. Mater, good to see you and enjoy your dinner. Welcome, 1964 Wolf and Williams and Marshall Gardner. All right, here's our next video. Freedom of speech is almost gone.
Picture to
This
make
is
sure
scary.
we're not sure.
Okay.
Is that your account?
I refuse to answer questions without my lawyer present. So I really don't know how to answer that question
Okay,
either
well,
way.
you're, like I said, you're not
This
going
is
to jail.
freedom of speech. This is America, right?
And I,
Veteran.
and I agree with you 100%.
Okay. All
We're
right.
just trying to see if it's you, because if we're not talking to the right person,
Then
we
why
want to go
don't you
see
just
the right
leave
person.
and
How can
defy
I
your
help you?
orders?
So pretty much it's just a statement that was made as far as
What state is this?
Verbatim, it says the guy who
This isn't fucking
consistently
Florida.
calls for the death of all Palestinians
I will.
tried to
I
shut
heard you.
down a theater for showing a movie that hurt his feelings and refuses to stand up for the LGBTQ community in any way. Even leaves the room when they vote and on related matters. Wants you to know that you are all welcome. Clown face, clown face, clown face. 3 days ago.
You don't know if it was you?
I'm not going to answer whether that's me or not.
Okay.
The concerning part, and not concerning
do you have a warrant?
for the person who's
Fuck outta
posting
here.
it, what we're just trying to prevent is somebody
scary.
else getting agitated or agreeing with the statement. We're not saying it's true or not.
Understood.
That guy who consistently calls for the death of all Palestinians, that can probably incite somebody.
Oh, so she was saying something bad about Bibi Netanyahu. Did you know fuckface DeSantis fucking flew to Israel and signed a law. This is why this is happening. He signed into law that you can't talk shit about Israel. Florida. Jewish Anti-Defamation what? Act. Come get me. If you guys see that I am in jail, you guys better help post my bail. A GoFundMe will be started because the thing that I probably would end up in jail over is fucking free speech, because nobody fucking tells me what I can and can't fucking say.
Do something radical. That's all we're here to talk about. And we wanted to get your side. If it was you that posted that, I would think to
and
refrain
he's
from
probably
posting
Cuban too.
things like that, because that could get something
I
inside.
appreciate your concern. I appreciate you coming out here.
Okay.
That's it.
That is it.
Okay.
I'm going
Any
to
of your
maintain
concern.
my amendment rights to not
Fourth
answer the
Amendment,
question
baby.
about whether that's it.
Fifth
Thank you for
Amendment.
coming.
All right.
We appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
also
Thank you.
Fourth Amendment
You as well.
violation.
Thank you.
So
Take
you
care.
have a Fifth, Fourth, and First Amendment violation happening right now. And I really do need to sit down and write Governor DeSantis a very strongly worded letter.
Picture to make sure it's you. We're not sure.
Okay.
This is bad, man. I'm telling you, this is why my opening monologue was all about preparedness. I'm telling you, you guys, all the signs are there. We are about to go communistic. They've been after America and they're getting what they want, and there's no other place to go. And if that doesn't give you the fucking motivation to get out there and fucking do something, and then I'm not going to help you. If you are a conservative that kept quiet or didn't go out on the front lines or never wrote a letter or didn't find a way to start a group that will fight for our freedoms, then you will not stand with my hill. You will not fly my banner. You will not ride beside me. You will be on the other side of the line for me. You are just as good as the enemy, because I'm telling you, we all see it coming. And what are you going to say when it all happens? Oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. And then what? Because there's people like us that aren't going to go down peacefully. And we need to know that there's many more that are behind us that have our back. All right. Danish lawmakers are so brave.
We have weapons that nobody knows about.
Let me put this in words you might understand. Mr. President, f*** off. I'm sorry, colleague, this is against our rules. As much as you might feel, or the room might feel in this, we have clear rules about cuss words, language that is inappropriate in this room. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it is unacceptable, even if you might have strong political feelings about this. Let me put this in words you might understand.
And then he just probably said, oh, sorry, I apologize. Okay. Like, these people have no idea how arrogant they are being. And how different is it from when we bought Puerto Rico, Alaska, Louisiana, Hawaii? It's no different. It's no fucking different. Oh, but it's Trump. He must be getting ready for some sort of Nazi invasion that he's leading. Yeah, right. No, he's protecting us from the fucking Nazis, you assholes. And if you stop him, that means you're the fucking Nazi. Production saying something.
We owned Denmark.
Oh, yeah, I know. We owned it. We owned Denmark and then gave it back to them after World War II. So they can entirely fuck off. Because even as it sits today, literally none of Europe is Europe without the United States. Point blank, period. You guys have the power in your wallets. Our American dollars mean everything to these fucking assholes, and Trump knows it. He knows it. So he's using those cards to our advantage. Thanos says, hail Reality Pocket. Yes, thank you for the help, Reality Pocket. All right. So since Trump said, we have weapons nobody knows about, apparently I have a video about that too. So let's see that.
We have weapons that nobody knows about.
There was a weapon used, a sonic weapon, that took out many of the Cuban bodyguards that were used to defend Maduro. Lots of people saw the details about that weapon and were concerned. Is that something that Americans should be afraid of, something the United States is combating?
Yeah, it's something I don't want to, nobody else has it. We have weapons that nobody knows about.
So if you think about what he just said about ultras, did she say, let me go back to the word.
We have weapons that nobody knows about.
There was a weapon used, a sonic weapon that.
So let me put this into perspective for you. Only the Cubans, in this scenario she's talking about, the Cubans were targeted and the Cubans died. What do you carry around all the time? Your phone. Sonic technology is sound. We have Wi-Fi all around us. Did you know that in your home, your Wi-Fi signal cannot go through you? So it bounces off of you. So they can actually see where you are in your home by viewing the Wi-Fi. And I have that on my internet provider's app. It will tell me if someone is at home based on movement in the house because the Wi-Fi can feel you moving. It blocks signal, quite literally. So, So when we are looking at this Charlie Kirk assassination, right? Everyone is like, there is no way a 30-06 did that. There has been so many people questioning this shot, the angle, the sound of it, and the fact that there's no exit wound. And I've listened to the audio of the shot so many times. Oh, there goes my light. There goes my light, and it's covered up. I have listened to that audio so many times, and it just doesn't sound like a gunshot to me. And I have not said that until right now. So you could imagine that if they are trying to target specific races of people, specific groups of people, or a single individual, this sonar technology could be used. So it just makes you wonder. It just makes you wonder.
Took out many of the Cuban bodyguards that were used to defend Maduro. Lots of people saw the details about
Jack,
that weapon.
This technology, nobody else has. So only the U.S. has this technology.
We're concerned. Is that something that Americans should be afraid of, something the United States is combating?
Yeah, it's something I don't want to, nobody else has it. We have weapons that nobody knows about. And I say it's probably good not to talk about them, but we have some amazing weapons. That was an amazing attack. Don't forget, that house was in the middle of a fort, an army base, a big one, a lot of soldiers, and they came in and they did their job. We lost nobody.
Okay, you keep rolling.
We have weapons that nobody knows about.
There was a weapon used, a sonic weapon, that took out many of the Cuban bodyguards that were used to.
Yeah, that's some scary shit, but I think that's how they took out Charlie Kirk. That's what I think. Because it's very clear to me that this was a government operation on Charlie Kirk, which they needed Charlie Kirk to get out of the way of what TPUSA is doing. That's a whole nother. I got more videos coming on that for tomorrow, I think. But all right, here is our last video before I announce fan of the day. NATO's, how do you say that? Root is Team MAGA. RUTTE. I don't know what a root is.
Many of you, I know, criticize Donald Trump. But do you really think that without Donald Trump, 8 big economies in Europe, including Spain and Italy and Belgium, Canada, by the way, also outside Europe, would have come to 2% in 2025 when they were only on 1.5% at the beginning of the year? No way. Without Donald Trump, this would never have happened. They're all on 2% now. So again, I'm not popular with you now because I'm defending Donald Trump, but I really believe we can be happy that he is there because he has forced us in Europe to step up, to face the consequences, that we have to take care more of our own defense. And when it comes to the Arctic, I think President Trump is right. Other leaders in NATO are right. We need to defend the Arctic.
He's a good diplomat.
We know that these sea lanes are opening up. We know that China and Russia are
He's both agreeing and disagreeing with Trump. And why would you want to do that? So you don't make an enemy out of Trump or an enemy out of your own government and allies. So he's doing a good job being a diplomat.
Increasingly active in the Arctic. Many of you, I know, criticize Donald Trump.
We all know it. We all have looked at the map. I mean, without Greenland, China and Russia can fly straight to us. I mean, it's total exposure. They can get around Europe. Like, it's, you know, it is what it is. All right. I hope you guys really understand what's coming. Like, this isn't fear mongering. Like, it's foretold in the Bible. Like, and we're getting close. We are getting close. It may take another 10 years, but I plan on staying in shape. I plan on staying fit. Thank you, Abe. So anyway, I'm going to open the phone lines one more time before, actually, I'm going to announce fan of the day right now. And fan of the day is going to be Hey, Thomas. Okay, Thanos. The mayor 3000. The mayor, please make sure you get with Ryan. Yeah, it is 3000 with Ryan. Ryan.Lopez86, and we will mail you your autographed lipstick kiss show notes from me. So that's for the mayor. He probably got off, but he's still gonna have it. He's still gonna get it. So next time I see him on, I'll let him know, or I'll message him. All right. Before we go, let me open up this hotline one more time. If you want to give me a call, it is 904-530-1422. You can call to let me know what is on your mind before we get going. I have about 5 minutes and we will be out of here. I wonder where the mayor went, because he said he was staying to the end of the show. So let me look on my little Insta and let me see if he is even on, because I have to turn the phone line on. Let me go to my live. Oh, and now we have a call coming in. So is the mayor on? The mayor is not on again. You are live with Luna.
So I had to hang up on you earlier because I just couldn't
you
even.
again.
No, because this is why you're dangerous. Because now you have people calling in who are gay and trans and somehow Republican. You're brainwashing normal people.
How am I brainwashing normal people? What are you taking issue
How
with?
the Republicans, the conservatives, whatever it is that you are, they hate gays and they're putting laws against transgender people. How can you be trans and be a Republican? I don't even believe these people.
Are you calling out my other listener? Of course. You don't. So you don't think that they're real? Why? Because they just can't. Why? What's the reason? What is the reason?
Because the Republicans are making laws against transgender people. They don't believe them. They say that they're crazy.
What laws? What laws? Tell me. How educated
They're trying
are you?
to pass. They're trying to pass legislation, and they're trying to ban them from sports.
Yeah,
sports isn't even playing field. What does it matter?
They're trying to make it illegal, and that any doctor who transitions a minor should go to jail, or a parent should go to jail. But you don't have kids. What do you have to worry about?
But I was a kid. So we just have to let kids. Pretend that how they feel isn't real until they go through life
do you
suffering.
have a dick or a vagina?
What I have is none of your business.
Does
and
it
what
work
I'm telling
properly?
You, it works 100% fine. And the problem that I
so you can have an orgasm?
This is disgusting. This is what you people talk about.
No, we actually don't know. We would love to, because actually your kind are like finding Sasquatch. So let's talk. Can you have an orgasm?
So that means I'm not even going to answer that. This is why I hung up on you earlier, because you're filthy. So I, just like any other transgender.
Do you think kids should be able to chop off their dick?
I think all human beings should be able to make the choices that they want and not have to wait for them to suffer because...
Do you let your bird have babies?
No, you think that you're so smart and you're so educated.
No,
but when
I really want to know. Do you let your pets have babies?
Listen to me! When you're able to start transitioning before you hit puberty, it goes a lot smoother. What is wrong with that?
So anyway, what gender is your parrot, your bird?
The bird's a boy.
How do you know it's a boy? How are you gendering your parrot? Did he tell you he's a boy?
No, because birds are not animals are not humans. We're a different level of intelligence.
Oh, so okay, but how do you know? I didn't ask how smart your bird is. How do you know if your bird's a boy? How do you know that?
Because you can see what it's working with.
Oh. Did the doctor put on his dick too?
You're just filthy.
Fun stuff, friends. Fun stuff. What do you think? Do you guys have any? MC says, "Is his bird transitioning?" I was on the same wavelength with you, MC. It's funny how they can't gender a human, but they totally accept nature when it comes to their pets. You know, their pets are born with the right parts, apparently. Apparently, animals can't be born in the wrong body. So I learned that on the show tonight, along with you guys. I hope you guys learned that animals are immune to being misgendered. So anyway, I will be on tomorrow with lots of good shit tomorrow. I'm going to try to get on as early as possible tomorrow. But it'll probably be closer to 9 o'clock tomorrow. And don't forget, come March, we are transitioning solely to Rumble. Yes, we're transitioning slowly to Rumble. And so when you go to Rumble, you will have to make an account just like Facebook or Instagram, but it is a platform that's actually meant for podcasters. So it's a better setup there. And there's just a lot more, opportunity for me to be an independent the voice there and journalist and, whatever, commentator. Not really a journalist. I'm a political commentator. So, IG will be getting phased out. It's just not built for podcasts. It's built for live streaming, like hanging out. So I need to be able to live stream on Instagram and have you guys give me your gifts and your badges. I can't do that while I'm streaming live using production software on Instagram yet because they're not quite equipped for that, but they apparently are working towards it. But we will be moving over to Rumble because they support free speech, they support patriotism, and it's just overall just a better platform for podcasting purposes. But my Instagram will still be up and you'll still get all my fun reels, all my political humor, all my satire, all my life of Luna. So stay prepared, stay alert. The past is in the past and you only have the present. So just remember that what's coming is coming. This is prophecy fulfilling in our day now. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. Let me raid this other show and I'll be up out of here. All right. See you later, Rumble folks. All right. Good night.